This is the kind of crab that has you for dinner.
Hey, what's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Transformers Beast Wars Transmetals Rampage. So here we are, and there he is. And first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. So right here you have a nice picture there of a Rampage 3-mode conversion. And on the side of the box we have his 3 modes: Beast, All-Terra Assault Vehicle, and Ultra Robot. Same thing on the other side. On the back of the box you have your obligatory product shot. You have a little schematic-y thing going on there. 3-mode conversion! And right here you have the tech specs for Rampage, if that interests you. And you also have a bio for him, if you'd like to read that. And also a bio for the Transmetals line in general, if you want to read that. And that's basically it for the packaging. So moving right along, here we have Rampage. This is a Rampage I got at Comic-Con this year, and I've been wanting this guy for quite a while, but never found him for a good price. But luckily this year at Comic-Con I found him for a very good price, so I picked him up, and he's pretty cool, pretty cool. So, to answer the inevitable question that someone will write in the comments section, "Hey EmGo, why are you reviewing this? This is an old toy. Why are you reviewing old toys?" That's the way I hear it in my head when I read it. But basically, as far as I'm concerned, there's no time limit. It is never too late to show off cool toys that make me happy, and exposing people to things they might not have seen before. And, you know, somebody may be interested in this mold, but, you know, maybe would like to see a review to see if it's still worth hunting down. Or basically, there's no wrong reason to review older stuff. It's never too late to showcase cool stuff. So, there you go. Hopefully that answers your question. But, yeah, let's get down to Rampage here, and as you can see, he is a giant chromed out crab, and yeah, he is quite large, as you can see. It's hard to kind of get him all in frame there, but yeah, very large figure. I believe this is considered an ultra class, and yeah, it's quite large here. I mean, just for comparison, here he is with Scavenger. EmGo, that's Inferno. Look, the instructions and the box call him Scavenger. It says Scavenger on his butt, okay? So, hey, his mama call him Clay, I'ma call him Clay. And no, I will never stop doing Coming to America references. Never. Don't make me tell you about Muhammad Ali. I'll do it. Anyway, I'm sorry. But, there he is with Scavenger there, just for a sense of scale. You can see how large this guy is, and here he is with the Generations Waspinator. Again, just for that sense of scale. So there you have that, and yeah, he's a big boy, but very cool. So let's take a look here at all the chromey goodness here. Love the detail work here, and the chrome looks gorgeous as far as I'm concerned. I love the fading effect here, how the red just fades into the gold. That's really just wonderfully done. Looks really cool. You can get some silver back here. Lots of nice molded details. And again, just how the red just kind of fades into the gold. It's just really well done, nicely executed. You got some little purple bits here just to break things up. And in case you forget his name, it's right there. It's Rampage. There you go. But very cool. Nicely detailed. And the claws themselves have quite a bit of detail to them. See some nice paint apps here. You get some purple chrome right here, as well as some nice silver paint apps. Some more gold chrome. You get some more gold, some red, some silver here to break things up. Very cool. You got mandibles here picked out in gold. And yeah, very cool. Very cool guy. Articulation-wise, he can, you know, open and close his mandibles there. His little antennae are on a ball joint, so you can get some movement out of that. You can, you know, open and close that lower jaw there. The arms are on a bunch of joints. You can rotate them here. You have a ratchet joint here. You also have a joint right here. You have a joint right here, as well as rotation at this joint. And you also have rotation at this joint right here. So you can rotate the claw. The claws do open and close. They are on this joint here as well. So you get a lot of movement out of the claws. All of the legs are on two joints. You got a ball joint here, a ball joint here. This rear leg is on this joint here, as well as this piece is on the ball joints. This armature right here is just kind of a spring-loaded ratchet, and it only locks at 90-degree increments. So this is the first locking point, and then you move it down. You see how it works? It just kind of pushes itself up, and then just boop, locks into that notch right there, and that's how that works. And it only locks at 90-degree increments, but you can cheat it and, you know, stop it halfway to get all of his legs on the same level here. The legs are in no way strong enough to actually support the body, so he can't actually hold himself up, mainly because there's just too much weight here, and the toy itself just weighs too much. I don't know if maybe tightening all these ball joints with floor polish would help that at all. Doesn't really matter. I mean, he still looks fine, just kind of sitting there on his belly. Still looks good to me. So, still works as far as I am concerned. Now, he does come with some accessories. He does have this little gun right here, which is very simple, very basic, just cast in a brown plastic right there. So he does have his gun. He does have 3 missiles here for his cannons, and all of this can store in crab mode. You just want to open up the claws here, and you'll see in here there are 2 tabs, and all of these missiles have these slots right here, and you just take them and just slot them in right there, and slot that in right there, get that lined up. You can close that up. They have that stored on the one side. On the other side, you have a little port right there to plug the gun into. Just plug that right in there, and then take the other missile and line up that tab. There you go. So he can store all of his accessories, which is quite nice. Now, of course, being a Transmetal, he does have his vehicle mode. And I use extreme quotation fingers when I say that, vehicle mode. But to get the vehicle mode, let me just pop these out because they're going to fall out anyway. Because they hold in, but they're not that secure, so if you just bump them, they'll fall right out. So I'll just take them out now, save myself the trouble. So, let's see if I can remember how to do this. So, you want to rotate the arm down so this post right here is facing out. And you're going to bring this joint up. Oops, you can see. Bring this joint up like that. Oops, you stay. Bring this joint up like that. And then you're going to rotate this joint. So the purple joint is now facing up. And then bring the claw out like that. And then once you've done that, you're going to bring the claw up at this joint right here. And then you're going to... Nope, I messed that up. Did I mess something up? No, I didn't. Okay. I thought I messed something up. You want to rotate it. Yeah, you want to rotate it first. So you want to rotate the claw at this joint here first. And then you can bring that up like that. And then what are we going to do? You actually want this joint. So many joints to work with, it gets confusing. You want to take the claw and bring it all the way back on that hinge right there, and then you can bring all of this back like that. And there you go. So now you basically have this post right here and that post right there, and they will plug in to these 2 ports right here. So if you did everything right, and it all should line up, and you should be able to plug that in right there. And there you go. That's basically how you want that to look right there. And then you take this piece right here and just fold that up like that. And there you go. Second verse, same as the first. Bring that down. Bring that joint up. Rotate this joint. Bring that out. Rotate this joint around. Bring that up. Bring that, oops. Bring that down like that. And then bring all that back. Get the antenna out of the way. And then line all that up. And it should plug in right there. There you go. And you fold that up, and that basically forms like a bumper right there. And there you got that bit all done. Now the legs, what you're going to do is you're going to you want to bring the leg down so it's flat like that. You're going to take this section of the leg and rotate it around like that. And then you're going to take this leg and bring it back. And you'll see there's a post right there that will go into the port right up here, and we'll lock that in place. Kinda, sorta. It doesn't really hold all that well, but it's there to hold it in place. And then you just take this leg and just kind of tuck that up in there like that. We'll just do the same thing here. Just bring that down, rotate that around, bring this leg back, tab that in like that, and just tuck that leg up in there. And once you've done that, you're going to come right here and grab the tread, which is stored in the claw. And you're going to bring this out, and you're going to extend it over these wheels right here, like that. And you'll see there are little, these little tabs right here. You want to make sure they go into, you can see it, there we go, into these grooves right here. And that keeps everything aligned. So you want to make sure all that's lined up properly. Like that. I think we got everything lined up just right. And that came undone. How dare you? How dare you come undone? How dare you? There you go. And you just do the same thing on this side. Just pull out that tread. Then extend it out. Like that. And these are, rubber treads. So it seems like they've withstood the test of time so far. They don't seem like they have any cracks in them, but still I would exercise a little bit of caution. And just make sure you get all that lined up just right in there. I think we got it. And the last thing you're going to do is you're going to come under here and flip out the cannon. You can flip this out for crab mode if you want, but I flip it out for the vehicle mode. And I think we got everything done properly, I believe. And there you go. There you have him in his vehicle mode, which is kind of like a weird crab tank thing. Why not? Dare I say, why not? There you go. Now, the treads actually do roll if you get it on a good surface here. You can actually get those treads rolling. It is actually functional, which is amazing. You do have to kind of apply some downward pressure here to get those treads to hook up, but it works. It works, kind of, sort of, maybe. Do I have this up all the way? I feel like I'm doing something wrong here. I feel like that's not hooking up. And another thing that's supposed to happen too, which isn't quite working, is basically this little wheel here is supposed to catch the ground, and as it spins, it rotates those barrels there. And you can take the missiles and load them in. These are the kind of missiles you have to have lined up a certain way, as you can see. So make sure you have them lined up the right way. Whoops. So line that up. And line that up. And nope, that's a gun. Where's the other missile? Oh, the other missile fell on the floor. How dare you! How dare you fall on the floor? I don't even know how it fell on the floor, but it fell on the floor. Anyway. Load that one in. And there you go. So now he's all armed up. And conceivably, maybe if you open the jaws up a little bit more, kind of get it all rolling here and get this to shoot, which, nope, it doesn't want to shoot. Come on. Do it. Do it. There we go. It's kind of working. Kind of, sort of, maybe, but not really. There we go. I got it to kind of, sort of work, and I, like, undid half the transformation in the process. But, hey, it's a thing that conceivably it could do. I don't know if I'm just doing something wrong, but there you go. It's kind of dumb anyway. It's the vehicle mode, but there you go. There's the crab tank of murder. Crab murder tank. I don't know. So let's just get right down to robot mode. So to do that, just undo these treads here. Undo the treads. And we'll just get these arms unpegged and extended. Right here. Just extend all that back out. And just take the treads and just kind of tuck this back in here. Like that. We can bring this back down. Close this all up. And then you're going to just rotate this around so all of this painted detail is facing the same way. And then you just take your claw, bring it back on that hinge, bring it down on this hinge, just bring it down against the back just like that. Same thing here, just take the arm, just extend everything out. Extend everything out. Tuck that tread back in. That. Just kind of fold it up in there. It actually does hold pretty well. So then you have that. Then just rotate this, and then you just bring that up, bring that back like that. And there you go. You want to take the gun and just unpeg it from the bottom. See, it just pegs in right there. So put that off to the side for now. And once we've done that, let me raise the camera a bit here. So I have some room to operate. Going back. No. So make sure I had that just right. Nope, which is not. Come on, man. There we go. So next thing you're going to do is you're just going to take the legs here, just unfold that, just bring this whole section down, like that, straighten out the legs, open up his feet, right, it's there, and then we have to raise the camera again, so you can see what I'm doing. Because I'm assuming you want to. I'm just assuming you want to see what I'm doing. Call me crazy. Wouldn't be the first time, but you just want to untab all this. Get the legs freed up here. You want to bring the legs out. You want to bring the legs straight out so you have clearance here for this part of the transformation. So untab all that and just bring those legs straight out. And you're going to take these side pieces right here and you're going to unclip it and bring that up right there. Unclip that, and this side's a lot tougher. There we go. Bring that up like that, and then take the arms and just bring them down. You see, just kind of pegs in right there. Lock it in place. Bring the arm down, and then you want to raise the arms up at the shoulder here for this part of the transformation. You just want to raise the shoulders up like that, and then bring this whole section right here and rotate it down like that. And then you can come in here, flip up his head right there. You can take the little antenna and just angle them up like that. And what I do with these legs right here is I just bring them, I bring this leg back like that, and I just bring this back and just angle it in like that, just to kind of reduce how much junk is hanging off of him, even though there's a lot of junk hanging off of him. But kind of angle these so I can sit a little more flush. Right there. And there you basically have Rampage. If I can get him standing right there in his robot mode. There he is. And yeah, he's got a lot of junk hanging off of him. A lot of junk. I mean, for people who don't like, you know, kibble, and like I said, I hate using that word, but for people who don't like kibble, this thing is probably going to make you really, really, really mad, because this has a lot of it. This has a lot of junk hanging off of it. You just got legs here. You can't really do much with. The most I can do to kind of compress them in any meaningful way is just kind of fold them up like this. That's pretty much the best I can do with these legs, and just bring them out to the sides. These pieces right here with the legs are on that same kind of spring hinge right there. That just stops at 90-degree increments. So I just take and I bring them out to the side like that, and that's kind of the best I can come up with to kind of deal with these legs. But yeah, he just he's got a lot of junk hanging off of him. So if that's something that irritates you, you're going to be really irritated by this toy. But hey, it is what it is. It's a toy of its time. And yeah, there you go. That's the best I can do with them. So there you go. I mean, you could leave them extended as like weapons if you wanted to. I mean, you have the option. But yeah, there he is. And even with all this junk on him, he actually is pretty stable. He does stand fairly well. I say this now when he wants to tip over, but you know, yeah, he can hold himself up, which is pretty amazing. He's not superposable, but he can at least hold himself up. Now, articulation-wise, the head is on a ball joint, so you can get some wiggly movement here. The arms can go in and out. Again, everything's pretty much restricted by all the junk on him. The arms can go up about that much, only out, you know, out, pretty much full extension outward. You do get a swivel at the elbow. You get full range of movement at the elbow itself, just due to transformation. Of course, you have all these extra legs you can do something with. The legs are on a ball joint, but they're very limited. They only go that far outward. You can go forward that much, backward about that much. You get a little bit of a swivel here. You do get full range of movement there on the knees, and he can wiggle his toes. They can't move upward, but they can move downward as well as the heel. It can only move downward, so. And obviously that was done just to make him more stable, since he does have all this junk on him that he has to support, so. There you go. Of course, you can give him his weapons. You can take this piece right here and fold that down. Take the bottom part of the jaw, just bring that down flush. And there's a peg right there. Just plug it into his hand. So he has his triple-barreled cannon there. I'll plug the missiles in there too, just because. I keep grabbing the gun instead of a missile because they're all the same color. It's confusing me! Stop confusing me, Rampage! How dare you! And now we'll give him his little gun here. Right there, come on. Hold your gun, man. Hold your gun. Hold it like you mean it. There you go. And there he is. I'm just getting closer on the head sculpt. The head sculpt's pretty cool. This little paintwork there. It's not coming off really well on camera, but you know, the gold paint there on the mandibles, on the head crest there. Nice green eyes. And also some purple details in there. Pretty nice paintwork. And yeah, he's a weird toy, but he's weird in that cool way. I don't know. So there you go. In full comparison, here he is with Scavenger here, who is also, you know, all legs. So they have something in common. They got that going for them. So there he is with Scavenger. Here he is with Generations Waspinator. Let's see how he scales there with the current Waspinator. Waspinator flower! Sorry. Here he is with the Combiner Wars Voyager Prime. Just so you can see how it scales with a current Voyager. You can see, about a head shorter than a current Voyager. Here he is with the Collector's Club version of Rampage. there he is, with his latest iteration. So there you have that. Here he is with Combiner Wars Ironhide, just so you can see how he scales with a current Deluxe. So there you have that. And yeah, as far as this figure goes, you know, like I said, this is a figure that I wanted for quite a long time, and I'm really happy that I found him for a good price at Comic-Con this year. And he's neat. I mean, he's in robot mode. I mean, he's just full of junk, just hanging off of pretty much every part of his body, but surprisingly, like I said, he can hold himself up even with all this stuff on him. So, you know, it's a testament to the design, at least, that he can hold himself up even with all this junk that he has to support. But it's cool. I like it. He will fit in nicely on my meager little Beast Wars shelf. But yeah, I dig him. I dig him. Very, very cool. So, you know, if this is something that you're interested in, and if it appeals to you in any way, I think he's worth hunting down. If you can get him for a good price, you know, I think he's worth it. But yeah, pretty cool. I dig him. I dig him. I dig him very, very much. And I think that's pretty much it. So, if you would like any Transformers figures, of course, you can check out BigBadToyStore.com for availability. There will be a link in the description down below, so check it out. You can also check out my Beast Wars playlist for any reviews you may have missed, also linked in the description down below, so check that out as well. And I think that's pretty much it. Oh, wait, I forgot something. I totally forgot one thing. So, don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Lori Plan, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below, and I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So, there is the Transformers, Beast Wars, Transmetals, Rampage, and this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be a geek, be proud, palm in your face. Ironhide. You okay? Sir, if I may ask, why did we choose these alt modes? I mean, they're not very practical, they're a bit bulky. What are you complaining about? At least you have hands. Look what I have to work with. Do you know how dangerous it is just to have an itch? Speaking of which, my butt itches. Could you maybe, you know, Could you maybe get that? I think I'm gonna go now, sir. I think I have yes, I have something I need to do. I have to go. I have to go, sir. Where are you going? Come on! Be a bro! I won't tell anyone. I don't think you understand the risk I'm putting myself through. Come on, help a butt out.